Hey guys, so one of the things I wanted to cover this week is actually going over, I know everyone's favorite, but combat logs. They provide a lot of useful information, and I know the overwhelming majority of you could care less about them, and I totally get it, but I can't tell you how important these are because they really give you the information of where you're actually excelling or if you're failing. This is where you're going to find that information. So right now what I'm kind of looking at is a rally. Someone tried to rally my garrison, and you guys should all be familiar with this kind of information at this point. You can look at the armaments of the garrison troops or the rally troops. You can look at the workshop of both, the equipment of both. The red values indicate the amount of damage taken by the leads. Same thing with the beasts. Like my beasts did like over 1 million points of damage. You can look at deaths, heavily wounded, which are hospitalized, and lightly wounded, which can go right back. This is where the combat log actually starts. And in the upper left, you can see those are the hero skills. So Ethan and Lewis on the top for me. And I'm just like clicking through, and you can see like each skill. If I'm interested, I can specifically look at in the combat log, what that skill was doing or whatnot. And something very important when looking through the combat log, as you can see I'm scrolling through, is these white, on the left-hand side, these white squares. Those white squares indicate when rage skills were released. And why is that important? Rage skills are when essentially, when rage builds up after, several, bouts or rounds of combat, the heroes build up rage and unleash their skills. And that's why when you see the white boxes, you'll actually see, large differences in numbers / troop numbers decrease and whatnot. So what you can do is, open up one of interest, and you can kind of just start clicking through and seeing, what skills, whether they be, from your armaments, your talent tree, the actual skills from the heroes. Like Lewis has a blood covenant skill, or the beasts have their own skill sets. In the combat logs, each, kind of, I guess, inset, you saw me like scrolling through, there was like a lot, right? The beginning of each one of those is essentially the same. They indicate all the buffs that are being given. Like heroes, I'll give you an example. Ethan, for example, when he enters battle, he gets like a immediate 15% decrease in enemy damage for like 2 minutes. So that will be indicated on the combat log throughout. And then you get to also see, the essentially the heroes' trading skills and whatnot. But I didn't really like that specific report because I couldn't find anything with the beasts in it, and I kind of wanted to show how those two things kind of go hand in hand. Again, this was me while I was garrisoned and someone was rallying me. You can see that the outcome was, obviously on the positive side. You could see that the deaths were essentially doubled for them. My beast did very well, almost double the amount of damage. And then when we open up the combat log, you have to kind of, for rallies and things of that nature, the combat log is very long because obviously the battles themselves are very long. For field fighting, they'll be a little bit short. They're going to be a lot shorter because field fights can range from like a minute, or they can be like 10 seconds. Anyways, you can see the opponent is in red, and you or myself would be indicated in green. And you can also start to see that, okay, I'm looking. So you see those white squares. That's when the rage skills are released. And I believe that I found an area here where the opponent's bull essentially penetrated my pango and killed my beasts, and that's indicated by your pango's HP reaches 0, and it should be coming up in a second. Sorry. Yeah. So you can scroll. And why is this important? Because when you're trying out new pairs of heroes, this is where you're going to find the information, of why they're failing or why they're succeeding. So yeah, here you can see the corpse bull essentially killed my beasts, so HP remaining 0. So when that happens, but my beasts, even though they're dead, so his beast will start attacking my troops. My beast will still continue firing skills, just at a significantly lower level. And why do I bring this up? Other than the obvious, if you're a garrison player, I cannot stress this enough. But if you have the opportunity, let's say in between rallies, let's just say it's AR, and they just ran a triple rally, and you successfully, defeated them, and they're regrouping. You need to refresh your garrison leads, because that would essentially reset the beast HP back to 0. I'm sorry, back to its starting value, and then the enemy has to defeat those beasts again, or the enemy's beasts have to defeat those beasts before they can start killing the troops again. That, and you also should take the opportunity everybody should take the opportunity to refresh their squads. Anyways, that was just a quick and dirty overview of combat logs. I can't tell you how many times these have helped me, so please just take the opportunity. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks a lot, guys.